Tonight's presentation of Northwest Basketball, made possible by Wild Birds Unlimited, and Driver Ed Academy.
Wednesday night basketball brings us to Northwest High School as the Ross Rams visit the Northwest Knights. It's a Southwestern Ohio Conference showdown, and Waycross TV is happy to bring you tonight's broadcast. We are in the midst of player introductions. First for the visiting Ross Rams, Julian Nunn. Number 4, Brooklyn Beaker. Number 21, Caitlin Justice. Number 44, Sydney Shaw. Meanwhile, for Northwest, Sante Williams, Harley Russell, number 13, Sierra Boyd, number 20, Samantha Kane, and number 32, Brittany Grant. The head coach of Northwest is Anthony Johnson. The head coach of the Ross Rams is Rodney Perrett. Northwest Knights in the home white tonight. Meanwhile, Ross in the red road jerseys. Tonight's officials, Joe Johnson, Barry Jameson, Tom Brown. 4 years, 22 years, and 23 years of officiating experience. All, of course, adopted by the OHSA rules. Sydney Shaw will jump it up against Brittany Grant, the 5'9" junior, jumping it up against a 5'10" freshman. Tip back and control to Northwest Knights. Sit back, relax, and enjoy varsity basketball on Wednesday night here at Northwest High School. Northwest going to work on offense as Haley Russell runs the point, swings it over to Sierra Boyd. Boyd in the near corner, but had that pass deflect out of bounds. It'll stay with Northwest. 15 seconds into quarter number 1. We're still scoreless. Knights come into tonight 3-2, 2-1 in the Southwest Ohio Conference. Turnaround bank shot drops in for number 32, Brittany Grant, and the Knights have a 2-0 lead here in the first quarter. Brooke Beaker, the 5'6" sophomore, going to run point for Ross Rams, defended well by Sante Williams. That pass inside, and a jump ball right off the bat. We'll keep it with Ross, 7:25 to go here in the opening quarter. Sante Williams will trigger it in for, Julia Nunn will trigger it in for Ross. The layup is off target, pulled down by Sante Williams, and races it across the floor for Northwest. Williams kicks it out. Long 3 on the way, off the mark by Samantha Kane. Offensive rebound and a traveling violation. We'll turn it back over to Ross. Brooklyn Beaker walks it across the timeline, picked up by Sante Williams. Meanwhile, Ross trying to pick up their first win on the campaign, 0-6, entering the contest tonight. That pass deflected, and Williams unable to pick it up. Rams able to get to the ball first. Julia Nunn walks it across the timeline, kicks it out to Caitlin Justice. Justice tries to turn the corner of Samantha Kane, pushes her off, gets away with a little bit of a foul. Ball's loose on the floor and picked up by Williams, who races it ahead for Northwest. Williams, little stop step, drops it off, and the layup drops in for Samantha Kane. It's 4-0 Northwest, 6:27 to play here in quarter number 1. Brooklyn Beaker trying to shake Williams into the hands of Haley Russell. Russell loses it out of bounds. It'll belong to Ross, and our first substitution of the night as Kelly Romans, the 5'7" junior, will check in, replacing number 20. Emily Poling played a little bit on the junior roster. Corinne Justice has it for Ross as they swing it around the perimeter. Wide open under the bucket, unable to make the layup, and Northwest gets the rebound. Here's Williams, little hop step to the hoop, and she's going to be called for traveling. Northwest Knights were 12-10 last year. Meanwhile, Ross Rams were 3-20. And their 2 wins last year at Harrison, 33-32, wide open under the bucket. And Julia Nunn going to head to the stripe. Their other win was against Western Hills, 63-26. Ross Rams a little tired, playing 3 games in a span of 5 days. Julia Nunn knocks down the first one, and the Ross Rams are on the board. 5:37 to play here in the opening quarter. Williams slowly walks it across the yellow end here at Northwest High School. Now they'll swing it around the perimeter. Here's Russell. Back to Williams. Sends it inside. Sierra Boyd has it. Kicked it out. Ross gets a hand on it, and a deflection winds up in the hands of Julia Nunn. Nunn has to pick it up and slow things down. Now in the hands of Kelly Roman. Fast-paced action, almost 3 minutes played here in the opening quarter of a 4-2 contest in favor of the visiting Rams. Here's Romans. Romans defended by Samantha Kane. Trapped in the far corner. Nunn to the bucket, puts up a floater. Shot was blocked, no whistle, and we play on. Here's Williams racing the other way, up and under, and contact was drawn on the way to the bucket. Gonna send Northwest to the stripe here in the first quarter with 4:44 to go. Correction, they're gonna call it on the floor. Northwest will inbound, a little tip pass right to Brittany Grant, who's 5'11", and she puts it in, 6'2" Northwest. Ross Rams, one of their difficult areas, they turn it over 25 times a game, as you see one right there on cue. A couple of substitutions about to check in as number 42 checks in for Northwest, Maya Chapman, as well as number 23, Alyssa Casson, a 5'7" sophomore. Anthony Johnson is the head coach. He's assisted by Jimmy Kimmy here at Northwest High School. Little skip pass to the far corner. And a deflection will keep it with the Knights. 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go here on the first quarter. Waycross TV coming to you from Northwest High School. Kyle Evans riding solo tonight on the microphone. Here's Grant off the inbounds pass to the bucket. Missed the layup. Williams pulls it down. A shot fake by Samantha Kane. She sends it back inside to Grant. Kicks it out to the corner. Williams has it. Long three. Blocked by number 3, Julian Nunn. Ross able to pick up the loose ball, head the other direction. Lost it out of bounds. It'll belong to Northwest. 3:55 to go here in the opening quarter. Meanwhile, for the Northwest Knights, they were 7-5 last year in conference play, and when they met the Rams on December 21st, they beat them 60-24. Sante Williams able to get the pass in the near corner. She will head up to the stripe.
Personal foul, Ross, number 22, Justice, her second, team second.
Leah Flowers is the guilty culprit, and Corinne Justin for Ross. Williams at the line. Off on the first. Grace Stanger checking back in, replacing. Second one on the way, good. 7-2 in favor of Northwest. Sophomore guard walks it across the timeline. and then heavily pressured by Sante Williams for Northwest. Ross Rams have 9 players returning from last year. As you see it loose on the deck, jump ball, and possession will give it to Northwest. Talked about how young this Ross Rams team is. Only 2 seniors on this team. So a young team kind of in rebuild mode. Williams launches a long 3 off the back of the iron. She calls her own number, puts up the floater, tipped to the near corner. Northwest tries to keep the possession alive. They do, and a foul against the Rams will go on the floor.
Personal foul, Ross. Number 32, Grace Singer. That's her first, team's third.
Northwest trying to break an opening round playoff drought since 2012. The Knights have yet to get past the opening round, but off to a 3-2 start this campaign, looking to pick up a win tonight against a conference rival. Long 3 from the right wing, almost banked it in. Ross diving for the loose ball. Northwest picks it up, and they'll settle things down into the hands of Samantha Kane. Now Alyssa Casson, has it. Skip pass to the far corner. Boyd sends it inside to Brittany Grant, and they'll back it out. Long 3-pointer. Got it! Samantha Kane knocks it down from long range. 10-2 in favor of Northwest here in the opening quarter. 2:24 to play, and a substitution coming for Northwest during the next dead ball. Here's Nunn, turns the corner, tries to answer with her own shot. Pulled down by number 42, Maya Chapman, one of the 2 seniors on this team. Let's go back to that long distance 3-pointer from way downtown. She's almost at the volleyball yellow line, about a step or 2 in front of that. Able to knock it down. Northwest playing their 6th game of the campaign as number 21. Michaela Green, 5'4" sophomore, checks in, replacing Sante Williams. Into Grant, tried the little little alley-oop play to the bucket, and Ross denied at that time. Now Nunn puts on her footwork, turns the corner, lost the ball, has to pick up her dribble and ask for help. That pass was blocked in the near corner. Another block from behind. Samantha Kane pulls it down, wide open, and a layup opportunity for Aaliyah Casson. 12-2 our score. Rodney Parrott would like to take a 30-second timeout with 1:36 to go in the opening quarter to talk things over. His team trails by 10, 12-2. As you take a look at head coach Anthony Johnson and the Northwest Knights in their huddle. Ross Rams averaging 30 points a game. And their field goal percentage, 25.8. Meanwhile, for Northwest, Shantae Williams averaging 14.5 points a game. That's second in the SWAC. Brittany Grant is in third place with 1.5 blocks a game. You can see, of course, the height advantage for number 32 in white. Official whistle for some water that got spilled on the court, so they have to wipe things up. Meanwhile, Northwest had the exact same record last year through their first 5 games. They were 3-2. After 5, here's Ross in transition. Julia Nunn stepped on the baseline, which will result in a turnover. Samantha Kane walks it across the timeline, swings it over to Aaliyah Casson. Inside, they'll kick it back out. Long distance 3 again, and she buries it. Samantha Kane from long distance, not once but twice, and it's 15-2 in favor of Northwest as we approach the final minute of the opening quarter. Here's a jumper from the free throw line, and Kelly Romans banks it off the glass and in. Final minute here on the first quarter, 15-4 in favor of the visiting home team. Sends it inside Grant, couple of dribbles, hook shot as an air ball rattles around to Maya Chapman, loose on the deck. Knights pick it up, put it off the glass. Rams able to strip it away and start things forward. Here's Nunn pushing it ahead. She'll kick it out. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark by Romans. Romans, one of three juniors on this Ross Ram team. Final 23 seconds of quarter number one here at Northwest High School. That pass goes right through the hands of Michaela Green, 5'4" sophomore, so another turnover. Nunn runs the point, walks it across the timeline, picked up by Samantha Kane. Hannah Leinhart. Time winding down at the buzzer. Off the mark, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter with your score. The Northwest Knights 15, the visiting Ross Rams 4. Last year, Northwest, their largest winning streak was 3 games. You have to go back to 2014 when the Ross Rams were 16-8 that year, 9-5 in the Southwestern Ohio Conference. Meanwhile, in 2016, Ross was 12-11, 9-3 in the Southwestern Ohio Conference. So it wasn't that long ago that the Ross Rams were co-champs along with Little Miami and Talawanda back in the 2015 campaign. Couple of other Southwest Ohio Conference games on tap tonight. Harrison visiting Little Miami, Mount Healthy and Talawanda. Eight minutes up on the clock, and we will start quarter number 2 on the signal of Joe Johnson's whistle. Only 4 years officiating for Joe Johnson. That would be the young man on the floor in stripes. Jump ball hasn't been called yet, and we play on. Off the hands of Hannah Leinhart. Another turnover, just 17 seconds into quarter number 2. Sante Williams rushes it across the timeline. Northwest, a team that likes to run. Here's a hook shot on the way, off the mark, and a jump ball will keep it with the Knights. If you're with us for our first broadcast, we suggest you maybe pick the over on jump balls in our second contest. Here's Russell. Good defense and traveling violation. So Grace Stenger forced the travel. Couple of substitutions. As number 14, Kelly Romans will head to the bench for the Rams. Kyle Evans and Waycross TV, our producer Tony Suarez. Another turnover. Bucket and the foul by Sante Williams.
Personal foul, Ross, number 4, Brooke Breaker, that's her first. Team's 5th. Basket was good. At the 1-2-1 will be Santi Williams.
Brooke Breaker picked up the foul. Sante Williams converts the three-point play. 18-4 in favor of the Northwest Knights. Here's Stanger. Almost had that pass stripped. Harley Russell strips it, and she'll settle things down for Northwest. Boyd launches for three. Off the front of the iron, right to Russell. She's triple teamed and she'll pull it out. Russell. Now Grant, little skip pass to the far corner. Winds up in the hands of Boyd. Boyd tried to slip it down low, but was fouled.
Personal foul, Ross. Number 4, Brooklyn Breaker. That's her
Brooklyn
second.
Beaker gonna pick up her second foul. Trey Stanger will check out for Ross. Off the inbounds. Tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to the visiting Ross Rams, wearing their purple uniforms tonight. Northwest in the home white. 6:23 to go here in quarter number 2. Number 20. Emily Poling will check in. She'll get some varsity action time. Saw her a little bit in the junior varsity contest. Here's Nunn. Cutting to the back bucket, and Nunn puts it off the glass for 2. Here's Boyd. Races it across the timeline to set up that offense. Quick pass inside to Grant. High pass, but almost turns it over. A deflection winds up in the hands of Northwest. Corner 3 from the far left wing, short. Harley Russell tried to throw it out of bounds, and it winds up in the hand of Julie Nunn, who walks it ahead for Ross. Nunn gonna pull up for a long three-pointer off the back of the iron. Brittany Grant couldn't control the rebound. It'll belong to Ross as number 42, Maya Chapman, and Samantha Kane check back in for head coach Anthony Johnson. Julia Nunn will trigger it in for Ross. Wide open left side. Unable to convert the layup was Dakota Snyder. Rodney Parrott to my right, showing some enthusiasm, stomping the floor, waving the Gatorade towel that he has hung over his shoulder around, saying, let's get a layup here. Caitlin Justice backs it out, sends it in the paint. Hook shot on the way, and the Rams are going to head to the stripe with 5:24 to play in the half.
Personal foul, Northwest, number 12.
Harley Russell is the guilty culprit. Take a look. Take a look at the foul that happened inside the paint right there. First one's good.
Dakota Snyder is at the line for Ross.
Second one in and out. Pulled down by Ross, and they'll back it out. Long 2 on the way. Pulled down by Samantha Kane, and she'll rush things forward. Scans out the floor, turns around. Wide open was Sierra Boyd.
Personal foul, Ross, number 5, Anna Lanehart. That's her second, team 7.
First one is off the mark. My correction, number 13 is Sierra Boyd. I've been calling number 21 the wrong name, so my apologies. Michaela Green is number 21 for Northwest. My mistake. They happen. 5:12 to play in the half. The second rebound goes to the Ross Rams. You have to be credible with yourself sometimes. Pass inside. Hook shot on the way. Off the mark. Ross tips it right to the hands of Chapman, and now in the hands of Sante Williams. Williams, little up and under scoop move. Couldn't finish the layup, but the opportunity was given to number 13, Sierra Boyd. Here's Samantha Kane. Kane rips it from her, and here comes Ross. Trapped in the far corner, 2 Knights closing in on her. They send it in. Traveling violation. Grace Stenger will come in. Hannah Leinhardt, will check in for the Ross Rams. 4:39 to play until halftime. Some disagreement from head coach Rodney Parrott. His assistant is David Leach. Here's Samantha Kane. She sends it in. Chapman muscling her way to the hoop. Number 42 in white is going to earn 2 shots at the stripe.
Personal foul, Ross, number 32, Grace Stenger. That's her second, team's 8th.
Kelly Rollman will check in. Grace Stenger will check out. Second one. Rimmed out. And the board goes to Dakota Snyder. Puts it in the hands of Julia Nunn. Nunn pulls up from the right elbow and she splashes it home. 19-9 our score. 10-point lead for the home team, the Knights. Here's Boyd. Michaela Green off target. And a jump ball will keep it with Northwest. Aaliyah Casson going to check back in. And Michaela Green, the sophomore, who comes in at 5'4", will head to the bench. Here's Kane. Has it in the far corner. Tried to send it inside, but Ross able to deflect it and put it in the hands of Emily Poling. Poling being defended well by Sante Williams. Caitlin Justice called for the illegal screen. Julia Nunn strips it. Northwest turns it over. Maya Chapman makes him pay off the turnover. She gets 2. Emily Poling swings it ahead. Cross-court pass, nobody home. Kelly Roman tracks it down, fires a three-pointer and knocks it down. 19-2. Long shot off the front of the iron, tipped around and controlled. Here's Kane, kicks it to the far corner. Long, high arcing shot, pulled down by Kelly Romans. 21-12 our score. Here's Nunn off the glass, tried to lay it up and in, an offensive rebound. Ball's loose on the floor and picked up by Aaliyah Casson. And she goes coast to coast for 2. Let's go back to that three-point shot. Rams are taking a timeout. Thirty-second timeout taken by Ross. 2:20 to play until the half. Northwest on top 23-12, and Ross kind of hanging around throughout this first half. Take a look at the Rams in their huddle. One of the cooler gyms here in the Cincinnati area here at Northwest High School. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out some of the high school gyms, Northwest is up there. Of course, I have yet to ever be to any of the GCL schools, which I heard are just packed to the rim. That would include Elder High School, Moeller High School. LaSalle, all with those small gyms, they can get loud in there. This is a conference rival right here, but if you want to see a really good game, go watch the Crusaders and Lancers play on a Friday night. That'll be a fun one. Julia Nunn receives the inbounds pass. Just over 2 minutes to go here until halftime. Poling pulls up inside the arc, hits it off the left side of the rim, and Brittany Grant pulls down the rebound and puts it in the hands of Sante Williams. Williams weaving through traffic, kicks it out. They'll swing it around the perimeter. Samantha Kane wanted to shoot the three-pointer. Instead, Ciante Williams fires from the far corner. Dakota Snyder pulls down the air ball, and they put it in the hands of Emily Poling. Poling fires a bullet pass inside to Dakota Snyder. Kicks it back out, Nunn. Wave off the basket. The foul happened before. Right there, right side middle of your screen. Sante Williams reaching in to commit the foul. Nice pass inside, blocked by Brittany Grant, and a late whistle from the official on the far side said there was some contact, and the Ross Rams are going to head to the stripe for two. So Kellen Romans at the stripe for Ross, trying to get some points on the board. The iron is unkind, my friend. Couple of dribbles. And she knocks down the second one. 10-point lead for Northwest, 1:36 to play until halftime. Here's Boyd. Now Kane. They swing it around the perimeter. Here's Kane trying to find Brittany Grant inside. They pass it to her, triple team. They kick it out. Long two-pointer off the mark. Brittany Grant using her height. Takes the ball and lays it off the window and in for two. 25-13. Approaching the final minute of the first half. This varsity action. Southwestern Ohio Conference Showdown. That pass inside, just not fair in the height department. Brittany Grant gets the board, hands it off to Samantha Kane, who rushes it across the timeline. Ross trying to get back and set up defensively. Here's Kane, and Williams in a traveling violation with no hesitation. Grace Stanger. Stanger has it. Dakota Snyder approaching the final half minute until the break. Emily Poling. Now back to Nunn. Nunn inside, slipping to the bucket, and Poling stepped out of bounds. Ross getting their opportunities, getting to the bucket, just unable to drop in the baskets. Good defense. Credit Northwest defense to the first 16 minutes as we count it down until halftime. Here's Williams. Tries to turn the corner. Northwest most likely going to hold for the final shot of the half. They send it inside. Grant, little up and under. Off the window and in for two. Too easy for her. 2 seconds and one. Halftime horn sounds. Both teams will head to the locker room. And through 16 minutes, it's the Northwest Knights 27, the visiting Ross Rams 13. We'll step aside for halftime, come back for second half action after this.
Tonight's presentation of Northwest basketball made possible by Wildbirds Unlimited, and Driver Red Academy.
If I play sports for my school, I will have more confidence.
I will get better grades. I will learn how to show good sportsmanship.
I will be more physically fit. I will learn how to handle wins and losses in sports and in life. I will have more school spirit.
I'll learn how to work together. I will learn to set goals and work to reach them.
I'll make good decisions off the field. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school.
If I play sports for my school,
I will learn how to be a leader.
Welcome back to Northwest High School. Ross Rams taking on the Northwest Knights as we get set to start quarter number 3. Waycross TV, our producer Tony Suarez and Kyle Evans will ride and solo tonight. Jenna Nunn walks it across the timeline. Ross tries to get their offense in sync here in quarter number 3. Pass inside was almost deflected by Harley Russell. Long three-point shot deflected out of bounds, and it'll stay with Ross. 20 seconds into quarter number 3. 27-13 our score. Rams trying to get it in. They'll fire it over to number 22, Corinne Justice. Circles her way around the hoop. Had a wide open shot, pulls up from the left elbow, and Brittany Grant pulls down the rebound. Santi Williams starts it ahead for Northwest, tries to bank it off the window, but the offensive opportunity goes, plus the foul for Sierra Boyd.
Personal foul, Ross, number 21, Keaton Justice. Her second, team's first. Basket was good. Number 13, Sierra Boyd is at the line for us.
Boyd trying to complete the trifecta at the line. And she does just that as she splashes it through the net. 30-13, Northwest ups their advantage to 17. Nunn walks it across the timeline in the hands of Justice. Corinne Justice back to Julie Nunn. Santi Williams trying to apply some pressure. Kicks it to the near corner. Nunn driving the baseline. Ball still in play, kicks it out. Little stutter step. Ross just trying to get it inside, but Samantha Kane picks her pocket. Here's Kane, cross court. Williams launches a three-pointer. Off the back of the iron. Boyd gets the rebound, kicks it back out to Grant, who drives baseline, tries to put it in. Boyd puts up an opportunity, deflected off the rim. The ball's loose on the floor, and the Rams able to come out of it with the basketball. Brooklyn Beaker passes it over to Corinne Justice. Now top of the key to Julie Nunn. Ross swings it around the perimeter, trying to get their inside game going here in quarter number 3, 6 minutes to go. Here's Beaker, 5'6" sophomore. Justice, Nunn from the right elbow. Hit the corner of the rim. Ross able to get their rebound. Trapped in the far corner was Justice. She turns and kicks it back out to Beaker, defended by Williams. Here's Justice, and a whistle and a foul against Northwest. The culprit, number 20, Samantha Kane. Hannah Lanehart will check back in, and heading to the bench is number 33, Dakota Snyder. Rams will inbound. Lanehart. Brooke Beaker almost had that pass stripped, and this time it is, and Williams going to go coast to coast, off the window and in for 2. 32-13 our score. 5 minutes and 26 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. Here's Nunn. Fires a bullet pass to Justice. Justice slips it down low. Slipping to the bucket as Lanehart puts up a shot. Missed the rim. Ross able to get it back. Throws up a wild shot. Let's go back to that strip and steal. Williams puts on the afterburners. Rams going to go to the line. Brooklyn Beaker at the stripe, trying to give Northwest some points here in quarter number 3. She splashes in the first of 2, couple of substitutions. Maya Chapman along with Aaliyah Casson checking back in. Russell and Boyd will sit down. So Beaker gets the stripe and gets herself 2 points, 32-15 our score. Rams looking for a stop right here on defense. Here's Williams, shuffles her feet to the left elbow, kicks it out, long 3-pointer, and she splashes it. Aaliyah Casson. 35-15. We talked about in the opening quarter, Ross turns it over 25 times. Meanwhile, Northwest, not as many as Ross, but 18.8 turnovers a game. Still a high number that the coaching staff would like to improve. Ball was deflected out of bounds, so it'll remain with Ross. 4:36 to play. Grace Stanger, the freshman, checking back in for the Rams. Stanger receives the inbounds pass, and Brooklyn Beaker sets it up. Has it at the right block. Tries to send it down low. Nice one at a traveling call. Instead, Ross turns it over yet again. Here's Boyd up to Williams. Little stop and pop. And battling for the ball. Northwest keeps it alive. Here's Williams, long 2 in the corner. And she knocks it down, 37-15. Approaching the midway point of quarter number 3 here at Northwest High School. Hope you're enjoying this one. Rams and Knights in a Southwestern Ohio Conference showdown. Here's Stanger. Now Lionheart turns the corner. She'll kick it out. Long 3 on the way. Off the side of the iron. And Chapman gets the board for Northwest. Knights quick in transition. They'll settle things down. Here's Santi Williams. Now Chapman has it at the right elbow. Kicks it over to Casson. Sends it down low. And the big girl, number 32, Brittany Grant, is fouled. Up next for Ross, they'll take on at Harrison, and they'll take on the Little Miami Panthers, so they'll stay in conference play. Meanwhile, for the Knights, they will take on a couple of GMC opponents. They will battle Hamilton at home, and then Fairfield, local, which is not a GMC opponent. Dakota Snyder and Kellen Romans checking back in for the Rams. 3.5 to play here in this third quarter. By the way, Samantha Kane, 4.0 steals per game, tied for 4th in the Southwestern Ohio Conference. So turnovers and steals will hurt you. Here's Beaker. Tried to break someone's ankle, and she got called for traveling. Ross Rams going to take a timeout. Talk things over. 3:15 to play here in this third quarter. It's a full timeout, and it was taken by Rodney Parrott. Sante Williams not only in the steal category, but a third in assists with 3.0. By the way, an interesting fact, but not a good one. The Ross Rams have failed to reach 35 points this year. They've come close. They have 15 right now. When you score as many points as you turn it over, it's hard to win basketball games, and that's what they're talking about in that huddle right now. But it's a learning process for these girls, and at the end of the day, it's high school sports. It's all about sportsmanship and passion for the game, as well as playing with your teammates and loving the game that you play day in and day out. Maya Chapman will throw it in. Santi Williams runs it across the timeline to avoid a 10-second penalty. Here's Grant, turns around, tries to muscle her way to the bucket. Stanger pulls down the rebound and pushes it ahead for Ross. Good man-to-man defense by Northwest. Rams send it inside. Ball stripped away by Grant. Here's Grant, off the window and in for two. (40-15). Here's Romans, gets the screen from Snyder. Kicks it out to Stanger, stripped it. Santi Williams pushes it ahead. Lost it on the deck. Jump ball will keep it with the Knights. 2 minutes and 20 seconds is what the clock reads here in quarter number 3 at Northwest High School. Santi Williams will throw it in. Traveling violation. (40-15) our score here in quarter number 2. Here's Stanger. Gets it screened from Roman, lines up a three off the back of the iron. Offensive rebound. Michaela Green and Sierra Boyd will check back in for the Knights. Exactly 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Another near strip. And then Ross turns it over. Nice pass inside. And Boyd gonna earn herself a trip to the line.
Personal foul. Ross, number 14, Kellen Romans. That's her first. Team's third.
By the way, last time these teams played last year, Ross barely lost. It was a 31-30 loss. That was at Ross.
Sierra Boyd at the line for Northwest.
We talked about winning streaks back in the first half. How about this? Back in 2014, the Ross Rams had a 7-game winning streak that year. The following year, they were co-champs with Little Miami and Talawanda, members of the Southwest Ohio Conference. Sends it inside, none. Slips to the bucket, can't finish the layup. Ross able to get it back, put up another shot, no whistle. Samantha Kane will clear it out for Northwest. Her pass is intercepted by Brooklyn Beaker. Beaker tries to sidestep her defender, earns a trip to the stripe with just about a minute to play here in quarter number 3.
Personal foul Northwest. Number 21,
Michaela Green picks up the foul, and the Rams will head to the stripe to earn some points.
Brooklyn Breakers at the line for us.
One more for Brooklyn Beaker. Second one's good, 41-16. Samantha Kane races it across the timeline, puts on the brakes, and settles things down. Long three from the right wing, in and out. Dakota Snyder gets the rebound. Julia Nunn walks it across the timeline, picked up by Samantha Kane. We're under a minute here in this third quarter. 41-16 our score. That pass almost intercepted. Ross able to keep the offensive possession alive. Here's Stanger. Defended well by Aaliyah Casson. Northwest in a little man zone. Rams trying to send it down low. Kellen, she gets the ball. Half a minute to play here in this third quarter. She's going to go to the bucket, and they're going to call a foul on her way to the hoop. Foul's going to happen right in the middle of your screen. A Body contact by number 23. Not much, but it did draw the officials' attention, which signals them to blow their whistle, which I think they enjoy doing. Corner 2, knocked down. Long two-pointer, 43-18. Final 15 seconds of the third quarter. 43. Battling for the ball at midcourt. Rams pick it up. Good possession by, hustle, by Samantha Kane. Rodney Parrott asking for some time to be added back on the clock. That won't happen. 1.1 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Rams will get it in. Stanger will have to let it go at the horn. Three quarters in the books here at Northwest High School. The home team, Northwest Knights 41, the visiting Ross Rams 18. As we get set for the final 8 minutes. We'd like your help if you want to run a camera, announce, do anything. Work in the truck, you can help us out. You can call us at 513-825-2429, or you can visit us at waycross.tv/volunteer.html for more information. You can also check out that same website to view all of our sporting events, as well as concerts, even council meetings that we cover in our communities. Fourth quarter about to start. 8 minutes is up on the clock. Rams possession, 41-18 is what the scoreboard reads. Preaker walks it across the timeline. The yellow in here at Northwest High School, home of the Knights. Here's Michaela Green. Good man-to-man defense by the Knights. Here's Breaker, slips to the bucket, lost it, little backdoor pass, intercepted by Northwest. Brittany Grant walks it the other direction. Not fair in the height department. She's 5'11". And Maya Chapman slips to the bucket for the easy two. 43-18. Here's Lane Hart. Now Justice has it. Hand check foul going to go against Michaela Green.
Personal foul Northwest, number 21. Michaela Green, that's her second.
Kyle Evans, Tony Suarez, our lone cameraman, Justin Berquist from Northwest High School. Whistle on a foul. We are having fun tonight.
Personal foul Northwest, number 21, Michaela Green, that's her third, team sixth.
We appreciate everyone who comes out and helps us out. And slipping to the bucket. Rams are heading back to the line.
Personal foul Northwest, number 32, Brittany Green, that's her second, team seventh.
First one's in and out. Let's go back to the foul that has the Rams at the stripe. Second one off target. Another rebound for Brittany Grant when you're 5'11". It's kind of easy to get rebounds. Tallest player on the court, Maya Chapman, is 6'1", so Chapman a little taller than Grant in the height department. Here's Breaker weaving through traffic. She'll hand it off to Corinne Justice, 5'8" sophomore. Justice trying to send it inside. It was deflected by Brittany Grant. That pass inside deflected. Maya Chapman got her hand on it. Comes up with a loose basketball. Throws it ahead, but nobody's home. Intercepted by Corinne Justice. Justice to the direction. She'll pull up long 2 on the way. Another rebound to Brittany Grant. She puts it in the hands of Haley Russell, and Northwest will slow things down. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter, leading 43-18. Here's Grant down low, stops and pops, and knocks it down for 2. A couple of Northwest Knights substitutions setting to check in during the next dead ball. Make that a couple of substitutions for the Knights and the Rams. Sharpshooting Samantha Kane checking back in for Northwest. That's number 20 in white. She hit a long distance 3 back in the first quarter by the volleyball line. That shot off the mark. Northwest just grabbing all the loose balls and picking them up in the air. Samantha Kane pulls it down for Northwest, and they'll start it ahead. Here's Aaliyah Casson, sends it down low. Grant, height advantage, wins it every time, 47-18. Approaching 3 minutes played here in this fourth quarter. Driving to the baseline. And Brittany Grant going to pick up the foul, assuming she is the culprit. And she is. A couple of other Southwest Ohio Conference games tonight. Little Miami hosting Harrison. Talawanda and Mount Healthy playing each other. Those are not short drives to one another. First one's good. Waycross will be doing the Mount Healthy rain tomorrow. Kellen Romans hit the deck hard. Waycross TV staying busy with basketball season. Here's Chapman. She turns around, tried to send it to Grant, maybe trying to alley-oop her, I'm not sure, but the ball winds out of bounds and it'll belong to the players in purple. Charlotte Spencer checks in during that last dead ball timeout for Ross. She played in the JV game, getting a little varsity action. Pass down low. Brittany Grant just standing right there. Samantha Kane, one of the 5 starters for the Knights. Trying to get an assist on this play. Kane swings it over to Harley Russell. Russell sends it down low. Russell to Kane. Kane puts up the floater. Almost banked it off the boards. Romans gets the rebound and puts it in the hands of Julie Nunn. Approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Nunn to the bucket. Count it and a foul. Haley Russell, the guilty culprit. Rams going to try to get a 3-point play opportunity. As she chagrins about the play, she will head over to the bench. Maya Chapman will also have a seat. Grace Stanger, Dakota Snyder, freshman and sophomore checking back in for Rodney Parrott. 3-point play, unable to be converted. Sierra Boyd gets the rebound. Northwest pushes it ahead into the front court. Williams turns around, her jumper off the mark. Dakota Snyder gets the board. Here's Stanger, she'll slow things down, picked up by her counter opponent, Aaliyah Casson for Northwest. Long corner three from the right wing, off the mark. Another rebound for Casson. The race is on at that direction, but she'll pull it out and put it in the hands of Kane. Swings it over to Santi Williams. Three-pointer, buries it. Aaliyah Casson from long distance gives the Knights 50 points on the scoreboard, 3.5 to play in regulation. Here's Nunn to the bucket. A lot of contact. Excellent ball movement. And then a wide open shot. She splashes it home.
Personal foul Northwest, number 23, Aaliyah Casson. That's her second, team's 10.
Grace Stanger going to head to the stripe. Only 2 freshmen on this Ross Rams roster for the varsity team. The one at the line shooting the free throws is one of them. The other is Sydney Shaw, number 44, who is yet to see any playing time tonight. A lot of sophomores. 4 sophomores on the team. Brittany Grant skies for another rebound. Can understand why she averages 1.5 blocks a game, which is 3rd in the Southwest Ohio Conference. And another three-pointer knocked down by Samantha Kane, long distance. I know that's at least her 3rd 3 of the contest. Rams try to send it down low, Nunn turns around, triple team, bounce pass, nice execution, and finishing the bucket was Dakota Snyder. 30-point lead for the Knights. Just past 3 minutes to go. Williams launches, got it again! Here's Nunn, splits 2 defenders, lost the ball on the deck. Grant picks it up casually. She walks it across the timeline and settles things down, fires it over to Samantha Kane. Anthony Johnson would like a timeout to get Boyd and number 1 checking in, not on my roster. So the timeout was for substitutions. Number 45, Jenna Holmer, will also check in for Northwest. Little miscommunication at the scoreboards table. Harley Russell settles things up. So that was a timeout by Northwest, but it was for substitutions only. Up ahead, off the glass and in. Julie Nunn. Under 2 minutes to play in regulation, 56-25. Here's Kane for 3. Got it again! Correction, that was not Kane. Jenna Holmer lines it up from long distance. Got excited for the wrong person. Rams try to respond at the other end. Can't do so. 90 seconds to play in regulation time. Mistakes happen. It's a learning process for me. It's not my first time at the rodeo. Jump ball, and the possession error will keep it with Northwest. Let's go back to that 3-point shot. Knocked down by number 45 in white, Jenna Holmer from long distance. Kaylee Russell fouled along the far sideline.
Personal foul, Ross, number 12, Charlotte Spencer. That's her first, team's fifth.
Just over a minute to play here in the fourth quarter, 1:16 on the clock. Ross Rams trailing Northwest 59 to 25, excuse me. And a jump ball will give it to the Ross Rams. Ross Rams trying to grind it out here in the fourth quarter. Long two on the way. Off the back of the iron. Boyd skies for the rebound. Here's Michaela Green, and Green called for a traveling violation. Final minute here at Northwest High School. 59 to 25. Rams looking for some more points. They send it down low. Stanger shot off target, gets her own rebound, off the window and in. 59-27. Rams trying to get a stop in the final half minute. Knights almost turned it over. Jump ball.
Wait, no, they got it last time. They got it last time.
Green will throw it in. Puts up a crazy shot. No whistle. Boyd gets the rebound. Another jump ball. We'll give it to the Ross Rams with 21.2 on the clock. Here's Nunn. Sidesteps her way to the hoop. Corner jumper on the way off the side of the iron by Snyder. Another offensive rebound and another jump ball. We'll give it to Northwest. 8.7 to play. If you pick the over and under on jump balls tonight, you're a winner. But we're not in Vegas. They do probably do the over and unders on everything in sports. But tonight, the winner, the home team, the Ross Rams, as time's going to expire. Half court heave. And Northwest is victorious 59 to 27.
Thank you for coming out and supporting your Lady Knight basketball team today. Have a safe drive home.
Once again, our final score from Northwest High School. The Knights 59, the Ross Rams 27 for the entire Waycross crew, including our producer Tony Suarez. Kyle Evans saying so long and good night from Northwest.
Tonight's presentation of Northwest Basketball, made possible by Wildbirds Unlimited, and Driver Ed Academy.